Go.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the H-Town Rundown. This is your boy AD. Got my co-hosts in the building, Mike G and St. John, other known as Jules. And we got some special guests in the building. We got Ruben and Harley from the 713 Houston Sports Podcast and Believe in Texan Podcast. What up, everybody? How y'all doing?
Fantastic, man.
What's
Thank
going
you for having
on?
us.
Happy holidays.
Yeah,
Happy
holidays.
holidays. Yes, indeed. Hey, it's right. Hey, it's a right time to celebrate the Houston Texans, man. They beat the hell out the Denver. No, I ain't gonna say beat the hell out of. They beat the Denver Broncos. Something that they needed to do to keep the playoff push alive. Suffered an injury with Tank Dell. We're gonna talk about that. Signed Adrian Amos from the Jets. We played him this week. It's a big game coming up. Let's keep stacking games. Let's go ahead and let's go right into it. What are y'all thoughts about Tank Dell's injury and Adrian Amos signing with the Texans? And nobody raised their hand.
His little ass should have been the goddamn blocking scheme. Pause.
There we go. Nah, I disagree. He was
disagree. I disagree, Jules. Wholeheartedly. We're playing football here, and it could have been anyone. It could have been Nico, just like DJ Bieniemy say. Just say that you wish it was someone else than Tank Dell. That's really what it is, right? And I just don't think it's right to ask why is a player out there, right? You could also check into a passive CJ Stroud 1 and 2. So if you limit what Tank Dell could do in terms of when he's on the field and when he's not on the field, I mean, you're limiting him as a player. This is a special talent. Harley's been talking to me about Tank Dell for the past 2 years, and I see what he's saying. This is a generational guy, so just say you are upset that it's Tank Dell.
Hold on with this generational. You know, that's a trigger word for me. First of all, he's not a generational talent.
Answer the question.
Is he super talented? Yes, but you also can scheme him away from the blocking. Where he's a decoy, and he goes away from the blocking because he's 145 pounds.
So hold on,
he's going to break.
But Jules, let's be honest. If Nico Collins doesn't get blown up trying to block and get knocked into Tank Dell, does Tank Dell get injured?
He doesn't. But with the size he is, hold on. Let's be real about it. With the size he is, you already know he's prone to injury because he's small. I know we want to say he's Tank Dell, and we want to say that his talent can overcome his size. When you in the trenches with people 300 pounds, shit breaks. That is real life.
Yeah, but it's okay, dude.
You have John Mechie. But you have John Mechie, you have Xavier, you have other receivers that can block a scheme, or even you scheme him away from the trenches. Where he's not getting
all of them would have broke their leg.
Yeah,
all of them would have broke their
leg. I get it. Everybody especially Tank Dell, but bottom line is he is fragile for a reason because he's a $105.
This is the thing. This is the thing, Jules. You can't have a player out there and say we're only going to put him out there on passing downs because that gives away your whole scheme. You have to have a Tank Dell. You have to have a Tank Dell, Nico Collins. You can't have specific players for specific downs.
So you can't scheme him away from you can't be a decoy and he scheme to the end post or back end zone. Answer the question.
Juice,
answer the question. You can't scheme him away.
He was schemed away.
No, I clearly wasn't. If he's in the middle of the dirt, middle of the field,
he
wasn't.
opportunity.
He was breaking tackles.
Get a touchdown.
All right.
He saw an opportunity to block someone. And look, when you think about it like this, I'm going, DeMeco Ryans preaches swarm, relentless mindset. And that is what he is being taught to do. He saw an opportunity to get into the trenches and thinks, hey, if I block this guy, Damian Pierce is going to get a touchdown because it is a team game at the end of the day. That's how it is. It is what it is. Anybody would have broke their leg, man. Anybody.
Yeah. And I want to say
and
this.
The defense doesn't do the swarm chant by themselves. The whole team does the swarm chant.
And Jules, you were at the town. Jules, you were at the town hall with me.
I was.
Ryan said that's for everybody, not the defense. That's for the whole team. The whole team to swarm. He said,
but offense players don't swarm to a ball because they have the ball in the hand. Let's have common sense with it.
Oh my God.
Dude, all right, let's move on.
Oh my God. What kind of argument is this?
But y'all want to say swarm
even though the head coach says that our method is special, special work ethic and relentless mindset. He said it on the Pat McAfee show. But now it only applies to the defense because the offense doesn't swarm to the ball. St. John, come on, dude. I thought you were better. I thought you were better.
Football 101.
Football 101.
Do you swarm to the ball with offense?
Dude, Mario said it best. Mario said it best in the chat. Tank has been blocking all season. They've been having Tank out there blocking all season. Man.
Just say you're mad at Tank Dell.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at that. The bottom line is with a player his size, what you knew he can in that trenches that he's more prone to injury because of his size. That's my argument. Y'all don't like it, that's fine. Okay. But that's my point. My point is I believe you can scheme away where he's not even nowhere in the trenches.
I'm gonna say this right here. Hold on, Jules. I'm gonna say this right here because we can add on to your argument. That means we can't throw over the middle. We can't throw the ball over the middle to him because of risk of him getting injured. We can't run reverses with him because he can get hit by the defensive end and get injured. We can't throw screen passes to him because it's too much traffic. He can trip and break his leg. Like that is just a snowball effect, Jules. And at the end of the day, you can't bubble wrap players.
I didn't say
only time we need to have Tank Dell on the field is if he's running a deep out route and a fucking go route, and let's just throw the ball and we throwing the ball to him. No, it doesn't work.
No, you don't put him right in the middle of the scrum. I agree with that part. Like,
because he can control his own self when he's running routes. He has a little bit more control of himself. When you in the trenches at that point, you have zero control of what's on your feet at all times. The number one injury for defensive players and old linemen is old linemen and defense running over your fucking leg. That's football 101. Okay. And now you're gonna put a 140-pound man around 300-pound man who's trying to run block.
And as you can tell,
common sense.
And as you can tell, Jules is very passionate about the Tank Dell injury, and so let's talk about exuding passion. Let's talk about another.
Was Steve Smith a good blocker?
Hey, don't speak too loud, man. Zay Flowers can block too.
Can Zay Flowers block too?
He's gonna be in here in seconds.
Zay Flowers ain't got about 10 more pounds on Tank, and they got him blocking. You know he blocking in Baltimore. So let's talk about Adrian Amos. We talked about Jimmy Ward being out for a while. Now he's back. Made a big interception to end the game. Adding Adrian Amos helps this defense in what way do you guys think?
Just veteran leadership off the bat. Mm-hmm. I mean, me and Ruben had Rami Lavi from WFAN 60's New York Sports Radio, and he had mentioned like, hey, one thing I will say, and I wish I would have asked now that I think about it, but he never really mentioned his play. He just mentioned that whether or not that's an implication or anything, but he really mentioned that, the Jets are at this point of the stage, they're looking at getting younger. Ashton Davis has been playing really well for them. Is a guy that he had mentioned. One of the safeties there. I can't think of the other safety off the top of my head because I just don't really know the Jets that well.
Tony
yeah, there we go. And he mentioned both of them as guys that have played well, and they decided to waive Amos. But he didn't really mention his play. So I wonder if obviously he came off a year with 100 tackles. Statistically, it looks good. Maybe it's all fluff. I don't know any more detail on that. But, I mean, 30-something tackles this year. I'll take veteran depth and playoff whatever and all the intangibles that wraps into him. I'll take that on my team.
Yeah, no, and then he was a captain many years with the Green Bay Packers. Someone who's familiar with this defense. It's just that Jets D is so good. He did pause, but like he didn't really get a lot of playing time over there. I actually think he does get some PT here for the Houston Texans and DeMeco Ryan. It's an underrated signing. It's one that you're used to seeing the Patriots doing, right? Let me sign someone who plays for the team that I'm playing this weekend and cut them right after. But I don't think Amos gets cuts right after. But I like the vision. I like it, right? You're playing mind games right here.
Yeah.
Okay, signing. I'm not real thrilled because we already got 3 box safeties and 3 strong safeties on the team already.
Go ahead, Mike, because I want to add something to that.
Yeah, you hit on it there because I was just thinking, like, if I'm looking at it through an optimistic lens, I'm thinking, okay, this guy had some depth, some vocal leadership. We haven't had, obviously, Petrie's had some nice plays here and there, and we've had to deal with Jimmy Ward's injuries. But the nice depth and veteran leadership. If I'm looking at it through a pessimistic lens, I'm thinking, okay, this is kind of the prototypical midseason and late season signing where you sign a guy who just played for the team you're about to face, and he gives you intel about that defense. Now, even though DeMeco should know exactly how Robert Saleh thinks, and obviously there's plenty of tape, it still helps to have that intel. And usually these players give them that intel pretty quickly. And usually those players get cut after a week or two. We'll see if that happens. But at the very least, I think he'll provide some help this week in the game plan.
Hey, what I want to add, man, is that going into, I think maybe 2 weeks ago, we literally had 2 safeties on the whole roster. Like, that wasn't injured. That was like Jalen Petrie and Houston Carson. Houston Carson, to his credit, has been playing his ass off this year for basically coming out of nowhere and being a viable option just to, hold it down. But you need depth. Jimmy Ward was on the injury report this week again. So, can we get consistency from Jimmy Ward? And you need to try him out because could he be an option to replace Jimmy Ward? He's, I think maybe about the same age, but he could be a cheaper option, better option than Jimmy Ward. We don't know, but he brings a lot of intangibles. Like everybody said, he knows the defense. He's played in it for the last year or two, and he just adds value. Depth at corner and safety. Yes, we have the Stingleys. Yes, we have the Petries. Yes, we have all these, names, but we also didn't have any depth. And, Chris Boyd being brought up to the 53 is a big thing too, with us letting go of Shaq Griffin. That is something that we need to keep an eye on too. So it's a lot of different things. And at secondary, we need a lot of support and help, man. Yeah. Get Eric Murray and MJ Stewart. Yeah. Get them the hell up out of here.
That comment was funny.
And I guess we'll pencil in the short topic of Derek Stingley versus Sauce Gardner, and how Sauce was the greatest corner ever in existence, and Derek Stingley was a big bust. We talked about that too.
Dude, I'm excited because for the first year and a half, it was Sauce. He's healthy. He's all pro, rookie defensive player of the year. And this is the guy that we passed on. We took Derek Stingley first. And to see all his hard work add in to right now, and also all the criticism that Derek Stingley has gotten. Not once have we heard that he is upset or he is salty. He's been called a bust. And look at what he's doing. 4 interceptions last 3 games. I mean, elite hands, elite closing speed. Mm-hmm. If he's healthy, man, this is a top 5 cornerback in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, what can he say? He's hurt all the time. He really can't have nothing to say.
What'd you say, Harlan?
No, I mean, Ruben basically hit it on the head right there. I mean, again, we will reference Rami Lavi a lot just because, you know, he's with the team constantly and believe in Jets. But I mean, we had fun with it, with the conversation. You know, we asked him, you know, Texans fans are telling we're telling you right now that Derek Stingley's better than Sauce Gardner. And he said, you know, that's untrue. But, you know, y'all can have y'all's fun. And, you know, it was a fun back and forth with him. It was civil. Okay, it wasn't crazy. Mm-hmm. Granted, you know, it was uncivil when it came to Astros Yankees talk. But that's besides the point. And but it's a fun conversation to have, right? Unhealthy Derek Stingley versus a healthy Sauce Gardner. And in the few games we see this healthy Derek Stingley, damn it, we are going to hype him up to the fullest because we want to. Okay, we know what Sauce Gardner has done so far. He's been New York media. It's been plastered everywhere. Anybody in New York media is going to get plastered. I mean, just whether it's good or bad, it's just going to be everywhere. And it's been great for Sauce. But then you get some of the, well, you know, he holds a lot. You know, there's a lot of DPIs on him. And then New York's like, no, they sweep it under the rug, you know, and all that good stuff. And then I look at Derek Stingley and I'm like, there's reasons why I see they don't throw his way sometimes when he's healthy and on the field. And then, the Broncos want to throw his way. Oh, okay, here you go. Here's 2 interceptions. Thank you, Will Anderson, for the tip pass. Give me the good memories of JJ to J-Joe. And yeah, let me, you know what Derek Stingley said? Let me give an encore. And let me show off a little bit. Let me flex a little bit. Okay. I don't know what y'all's thoughts on it. People want to say bait and switch. Jalen Petrie looked like he got just absolutely burnt on the. I don't know. I'm no expert.
I'm no expert.
Let me say that.
I don't want players laughing at me. That's all I'm trying to say.
Let me say this right now. Stingley did something similar earlier in the game. When he came down and chased down Courtland Sutton and broke up the pass, I think it was like first quarter when he did that. And so him doing that in the fourth quarter kind of makes me think he knew he had time, especially with his recovery speed, that even if, you know, Jalen Petrie got beat, I can cover this because I knew the flats were already taken by the linebacker. So let me go ahead and I got free reign to do whatever I need to do to get this, make this play, make this stop. And he, you know, hell, he's a fucking burner. He got the recovery speed, you know, and let me say this too. Interesting stat. Derek Stingley in the last 3 games has more interceptions than Sauce Gardner has his whole career.
Gotcha.
You know. So
stay healthy, man. Stay healthy, please, dude. Man. Please. Hey, Nico, I'm excited for this game. I'm excited for the last 5 games. You know, there's been a lot of slander and conversation about Nico Collins, right? Is he a number 1 wide receiver? Yes. But however, to me, I think there's 2 types of number 1 wide receivers. There's the guys that could get you 1,000 yards. Brandon Cooks, Jarvis Landry, Kenny Golladay. You could call him a number 1 wide receiver. Then there's the stars, the Justin Jeffersons, Stephon Diggs, Mike Evans. And right now, Nico Collins has showed he could be a weapon for you. But these next 5 games without Tank Dell, you're going up against Sauce Gardner on Sunday. if he gets another 250 to 300 yards over the course of the next 5 games, it ends up around 1250. We might have to have a conversation about Nico Collins for him to be productive without Tank Dell and be a legit number one. Man, I'm excited for, he's beat all our expectations so far this season. It was, what is Nico going to show us? And the season's not done, and he showed us right now that he can be a weapon.
Mike, you want to add to this? Because I got another take on Nico.
I mean, obviously I'm pretty heavy in fantasy. So I did shocker. So I do have some numbers that I kind of was tracking over the course of the season. Just looking at legit wide receiver ones facing the Jets. And obviously Sauce can ball out. Reed can ball out, but they can get beat too. Stephon Diggs, he was held in check the second time around a couple of weeks ago, but he had 10 catches, 102 yards, and a touchdown in the first matchup. CeeDee Lamb had 11 receptions, 143 yards. AJ Brown, who, I mean, obviously he's better than Nico, but Nico's in that build. AJ Brown went kind of nuclear on him, 7 catches, 131 yards and a tutty. Keenan Allen had a nice game. Devontae Adams did well. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle both just roasted him. Both went over 100 yards. So this is a secondary that you can exploit if you're creative, get these guys out open in space. So Nico definitely has an opportunity to shine, even if it's against 2 good corners.
So
and it's gonna be raining, right?
Yeah, it's raining nasty.
Ooh.
So we're going. This Nico Collins topic leads into my next topic, which is the title of the episode: Empire State of Mind. Okay, there has been so much angst amongst Texans Twitter for us crowning anybody. Okay, we can't crown somebody. We can't give them their flowers. We can't do anything, because of fear of, well, if they fall off or we can't, finish the job, whatever. Fuck all that. Let's have that Empire State of Mind where we building fucking greatness right now. We gonna potentially have the next fucking generational quarterback playing for us right now, and CJ Stroud. You got Tank Dell, who already said it before, is a generational type of player. Hey Jules, you need to get out that mindset, okay? William Anderson Jr., who's shown out and shown up the last few games, 2 sacks on Russell Wilson, tip pass, tip punt, let's crown our players. Let's build, because we're going to the playoffs. I don't give a damn what nobody say. We're going to the playoffs. We're going to win a playoff game.
There we go.
Potentially, let's get to the AFC Championship game. Let's shout the fucking world. Let's build on this empire that we already have established, and let's keep it going. Let's keep grinding. Like, if you want to celebrate your players, celebrate your players. If you want to have a good time, hey, we haven't had a good time in 3 years in Houston, man, with this football team. Yes, there are going to be overreactions. Yes, there are going to be people saying outlandish, wild shit. But when have we had an opportunity to say some outlandish, wild shit in a positive way in the last 3 years?
Facts.
So let's keep this Empire State of Mind. Let's fucking beat the shit out of the New York Jets. Let's make a statement. Let's fucking do what we need to do and keep this playoff push alive. Fucking end the season on that 6-game win streak.
That's the end of the pod right there. Shit, man.
Just run the table.
Run it.
What does Salah say? All gas, no brakes. Let's do it,
sir.
Damn, bro. Sir. Let's take it. I love it. I love it. I mean, me and Ruben have been saying it from the get-go, just because of CJ Stroud's play and then the play of others that have came alive, whether it's Nico Collins, and it's not just the past 2 weeks over 100 yards receiving. Like, he's had previous performances this year, whether the Steelers game or he's came up huge in some moments of, showcasing a little clutch gene, the growing chemistry between him and CJ Stroud. Like, it is fine to be optimistic with this Texans team. It's absolutely fine. Like, this is no more. I get we have traumatic Texans memories, and especially the last 2 years would scar any fan. I get the mindset. I get why people are still like, you know what? In the back of the mind, like, I'm going to still be precautious. I get it. This team, it's like, I mean, it's just been ridiculous. We all know the last 2 years, 2.5, 3, and I get it. But damn, man, it feels good right now. And damn it, man, I'm snuggling on in, man. I'm comfy. Damn it. And this damn Texans team got me believing, man. We started 0-2 and we've been 7-3 since. Like, I mean, you can make a case we could be 9-1 since. Damn it. Sure. Did they lose some games that they should have won? Yes. Panthers, Falcons. Yes. You could have won those 2 games. Jaguar game, you're right in the middle of it. You had everything go wrong for you. And you still barely lost on a doink. And Jags fans want to troll me. I'm living on cloud 9. Like, I expected 6 wins. We've got 7 wins. Everything else here now is gravy. And that was my mindset. But then it changed. The expectations has risen, everybody.
What?
And you might as well change your mindset too, because damn it, Houston Texans are here.
What?
They're ready to come out and get going.
What?
They're ready to get going. They're ready to play. They're ready to shock the world. They're ready to win the playoff game. They're ready to get going. All right?
What?
Empire State of Mind, the foundation is laid, buddy. We got Nick Caserio, who got D'Amico Ryans and CJ Stroud. Hey, man, that's 2 touchdowns right there from Nick. I got to give him his flowers, man. It's an A off season because of the results we've seen, man. It's been fantastic to be a Texan fan.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
No, good. You good?
I've been saying this all year. This season has been a movie. You start with the coaching hire, a guy who was drafted by the team. The team was garbage. He did his best. And now he comes back to be the head coach and bring him from the slippery slope of almost becoming a dysfunctional franchise. Then you're talking about other players coming back, Andre Johnson, Jonathan Joseph with the coaching staff, and J.J. Watt consistently talking about this Houston Texans team. Just like Harley said, you start to believe. Then you see the games they won, blowing out the Steelers, blowing out the Jaguars, coming back against Tampa Bay. We are used to seeing this Houston Texans team fold under pressure. We've seen it their entire franchise. The Houston Texans cannot win the big games. I can give you 2 big games that CJ Stroud has already won. Going up to Cincy, 4-game winning streak. You walking out with the Bengals head. Then you do it against the fucking Broncos, 5-game winning streak, Super Bowl winning head coach, Super Bowl winning quarterback, and you win the game. And yes, the defense absolutely shut out. And I think last week was the first week all season we didn't talk about CJ Stroud. We talked about the defense. What I'm trying to say is this team looks like it figured it out. And I think this defense is about to shut down everyone. I don't think we allow a touchdown. We obviously have to figure out what's going on with the running game. But I see Jalen Johnson's comment. Can't wait for us to talk Super Bowl. Let's be honest, boys. How many more wins does this Houston Texans team need to get for that thought to pop into your mind? Is it this Sunday against the Jets, against a legit defense in the NFL?
Next year.
See, that's
Do you see that's that
why not,
loser, man.
hey,
Why not us?
Why not us?
Hey, a famous philosopher named John Cena. My time is now. You can't say me. My time is now. And he said, I'm the franchise, man. And I'm shining now. You can't see me. My time is now.
Doctor of Thugonomics.
Yes. Hey, I'm telling you, man. My thing is, all it takes is for the ball to bounce our way. All it takes is for us to get the right matchup. Let's play Jacksonville round 1 in the wild card.
The ball's been bouncing our way all
shit out of
season,
them.
man.
Right. Let's see somebody like Miami, in the divisional. Yeah, it may look like a bad matchup. Fuck it. Let's win it.
Let's run that shit back with Baltimore. Let's do it.
Hell, let's play Baltimore in the AFC Championship game and shock the world and make it to the Super Bowl. Let the feel-good story of the year. We make it to the fucking Super Bowl. You got to have a little positivity.
Yeah, quit raining on parade, Jules.
Man, stop pissing in my cereal, Jules.
So I want to bring some realistic to the light. All the Super
But you telling me that's not a possibility, Jules?
All you got to do is get in the playoffs.
This team is this roster. This team is not ready to compete.
I want you to clip this when we start our playoff run. I really need you to clip this because this is the same shit we've been seeing all season. Fans refusing to believe in this Houston Texans team. This is not the same Houston Texans team, ladies and gentlemen. We saw it all the way back in training camp when Harley texted me at 4:30 in the morning. Dude, this fucking line is 1.5 miles long. This is not the same Houston Texans team as before. And for you to say that you don't think this team, who's been surprising everyone all season, could potentially make a run in the playoffs if they continue to stack up wins, it's absolutely insane, man. This is what, it's disappointing. It really is. It really is.
We have a bottom time schedule. We're playing all the bottom teams for a reason. Our roster matches up well against the bottom part of the team. That's what's crazy.
Okay.
The Denver Broncos was a top 5 draft pick last year. The Carolina Panthers were a number 1. They all had bad records. We are scheduled against all the fourth round teams.
The Denver Broncos were the hottest team in the NFL. The Pittsburgh Steelers are right now still above 500. The Cincinnati Bengals on a 4-game winning streak. I mean, what are you talking about here?
Ruben, let's talk football. They have a horrible quarterback situation. They had an OC who couldn't get over 300 yards for 2 fucking seasons. What are we talking about?
You talking about
I don't
Steelers?
want to run like but let's call the facts the facts.
Did anyone think we were going to beat the Steelers?
Hold on, Ruben. Hold
with
on.
4 offensive linemen out?
Hold on. Listen,
Austin Deck.
Austin Deck, dude.
You can't
Hey, G, what are we doing here, man?
You can't overtalk. You don't listen. We can't have a conversation. You don't listen.
What are we doing here?
Oh, Jules.
Okay.
Get your point off, Jules.
Y'all want to be on Clyde 9? I'll be quiet and let y'all be on Clyde 9 and let y'all be in this whole rainbow to the goal line. I'll be quiet because y'all don't want to have conversations. Y'all just want to live in fairy tale land. Okay.
This whole season's been a fucking fairy tale. What are we talking about here?
Also be true football fan. You got to love football more than your fanhood.
Okay, so I'll say this. I'll say this.
Go ahead.
So Jules, you want to? So okay, realistically, yes. Is our roster we're babies first of all, but our roster, yeah, it doesn't compare to the Miami Dolphins we just mentioned. I went, whoa, crap, you're looking at the other top tier teams. Sure, our roster, it doesn't. It's not sexy. It doesn't have a lot of the big name players, maybe a lot of the better playing players that are on these other teams. Sure, yeah, I can see what you're saying. I can see what you're putting down. But I look at the rest of these teams and I'm like, I look at quarterback position and CJ Stroud pretty much is an MVP candidate right now, the rookie. And I'll take him against any of those quarterbacks because his play is warranted that. And why am I going to disrespect that in any way? Because as long as number 7 and DeMeco Ryans is there every Sunday, I got a chance to win any game in the NFL.
But why the disrespectful to say that you have realistic goals for the first year team when you have a first year head coach, a first year quarterback?
What was your goals at the beginning of the year?
My goal was 7 wins.
Okay, so they already beat your goals.
I'm a big CJ fan, so I believe in CJ. I believe in CJ before anybody started believing in CJ.
I just think it's disrespectful, and to answer that question, I just think it's disrespectful to doubt what CJ Stroud has been cooking down here in H-Town. Like it feels like you're doubting. It feels like you don't want to.
No, it's being realistic. That's what it is.
Exactly.
It's knowing what you got to face for a Super Bowl run. The teams you got to face, teams who have playoff experience, coaches who've been there, who know how to play in high pressure situations. That's what you're going to when we say Super Bowl run. That's when you talk about the 49ers, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Kansas City Chiefs. As much as bad as Pat Mahomes and it's that Andy Reid's been this last season, they still have pedigree. Miami's been on the cusp for 2 years with the same players. They just keep adding superstars to it. They added Jalen Ramsey for a reason. They on the cusp of a Super Bowl run. We're not. Our roster is not there yet.
Yeah, and I could agree that the roster is not there yet. I'll just say last week.
You say not believe, not doubt, but when you line up our roster experience, we're not on the cusp of going for AFC Championship game. This would be great. If we happen, I would eat crow.
Not even AFC Championship.
Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, so as far as the roster is concerned, you make some valid points. So before the season, I put out my predictions. I thought I was being fairly conservative because initially I had 9-8, backed off and went 8-9. That seems reasonable given our very favorable schedule. That was one of the main points. We got a rookie OC, rookie head coach, rookie quarterback. That rookie quarterback is leading the league in passing. That first time that's happened since 1939. None of us were alive back then. He's kind of balling out, and he had, some third-string linemen starting at least early on in the season. That's pretty damn impressive. So the schedule's obviously been favorable, but you look at Kansas City, who everybody thought, okay, they're still the consensus number one team. They just lost to Green Bay.
They did.
Who has the better roster? Who's got the better coach? Who's got the better quarterback? Like, anybody can lose to anybody any given week. Now, I'm not saying, okay, that means we're going to the Super Bowl. I don't think we're going to the Super Bowl, but I definitely can't rule it out. I mean, we've seen before 9-win teams go all the way. Just ask the Giants. I think, obviously, this game sets up pretty well for us. I had a couple more points and now I forgot what they were, but I'm feeling pretty optimistic right now. And I think we've got a nice vibe going, and the team is believing, and they're getting better.
Let me say this, Jules, because Chris, welcome, Chris.
Hey, fellas,
what's going on, man?
Let me say this, man. There's a reason it's called sports. Anything can happen. You want to look at basketball all the time. You always look at like how the hell this 8th seed made it to the damn NBA finals when they clearly had a horrible roster. You go back and you look at how did the Cincinnati fucking Bengals make it to the damn Super Bowl? And you go and look at their roster, and they were literally like maybe 3 seconds of time, not even 3 seconds, maybe a second more of time of protection for Joe Burrow, and they win the Super Bowl. And you want to talk about roster? How does their roster compare to what the Rams, who damn near had a fucking Miami Heat bought roster and was loaded everywhere with and 3 deep in every position, and was literally 1 play away from losing the Super Bowl to a team with a far, inferior roster. And that just happened 2 years ago. So it's like it's not out of the realm of possibility. And all I got to say, I said it just a few minutes ago. The ball bounces our way. Why the fuck not?
Bouncing our way all season.
Right, it's been bouncing. My thing is what's crazy. You talking about the favorable schedule? The games we were supposed to win, we lost. The games we were supposed to lose, we won.
Yeah,
we were supposed to win. We were supposed to lose against the Saints. We were supposed to lose against the Steelers. We were supposed to lose against the Jags. Like, we won all those games back to back. So it's like come on. We were supposed to lose to the Bengals in Cincinnati with a healthy Joe Burrow. I think they just said in the comment, Blue Boy just said in the comment, a healthy Joe Burrow in Cincinnati when they on the 4-game win streak. We're supposed to lose that game all day, every day. Buccaneers come in, you struggling, you start out slow. We're supposed to lose that game. There's no way with 40-something seconds left, we drive down the field to win the game. That doesn't happen. That's not supposed to happen. But we're here. We are here right now.
What?
We're here right now. And, you can't take that away, man.
This is a good time to remind everybody to like, share, and subscribe.
100%. And, shout out to you, Jules, man. I get it. I know. Super Bowl is absolutely crazy. But this team has been, surpassing all expectations all season. And then you talk about the amount of injuries we have to overcome. This team has yet to play one game fully 100% healthy. And that is absolutely insane. But they continue to grind out wins. And some of them last minute, some of them decisive, some of them blowouts. Not one of these Houston Texans wins have I, been kind of like, oh, that was kind of fraudulent. No, the Houston Texans went out there and they won those games. And it's this, dare I say, the most exciting time ever right now from what we're seeing as a Houston Texans fan. Like, like that year, when we went 12-4 was kind of up there, but I don't know, man. The excitement it's high right now. And if you string a couple of games together, right? Let's say you beat the Jets, then we smack the Titans when they wear our uniforms. December 24th at NRG, you might have 100% capacity. H-Sounds rocking in the building. So, I'm excited, man.
You going in that game 9-5? Shit. Sign me up all day. We beat the Browns and shit. You talking about New Year? Was it Christmas Eve? New Year's Day? We about to start partying.
And Horny Boy's gonna be there too in the stands, just hearing the booze. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be right up there with Jilly with his sunglasses on, kick back, watching. The little I'm chilling.
He looked fly though. I'm not even gonna cap. He looked good. He looked fly. I was like,
Hey, for sure, man. Hey, but no, man, it's a wonderful time, great time to be a Texan fan. Nobody thought we had it in us. Said fuck y'all, we got it. We about to shit on y'all. So I'm ready for the playoffs. I'm ready for us to fuck it. I'm ready for to win the division. To be honest, I want the home playoff game. Do you know how fucking long it's been since we had a home playoff game? If Jacksonville is dumb enough to trot out Trevor Lawrence on a bum ankle and he fucks it up even more and they lose that game against the Browns and they lose the next game and we continue winning, it's over, fellas. We win the division going away. We shit on Jacksonville. We shit on Tennessee and Indy, even though Indy's having a pretty decent season. Shout out to Indy. Even though we're going to beat their ass week 18.
Hey.
So, all in all, man, you got to stay positive. Got to be positive. There's been a lot of angst amongst Texans Twitter for the last 2 weeks. A lot of debating, a lot of yelling, a lot of screaming. I swear I thought it was First Take with Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless back in the day. The way people were yelling on Spaces and going at each other on Twitter, subtweeting, It's been wild, man. People taking shots after shots. Hey.
And
I was like, damn,
those
too. Like,
somebody got to start tagging me in those.
Like
I want to hear
you
some
would
of that.
think are professional, right? You would think, there's a little bit of, hey, I'm a media member. I shouldn't be throwing out slugs, but I think you're fighting for the division week 18 in Indy. I really do. When you look at Jacksonville's schedule, it's the Browns this week. Do you really want to throw out Trevor Lawrence? 50-50. However, I've seen a video of him, working out. This dude looks like he would, he's ready. Then they have Baltimore. Oh, that's a tough game. Then they have Tennessee week 18 and Will Levis, he's showing something. Indy, though, man, schedule is easy as hell. And they could run the table as well. You see how they're winning football games. Gardner Minshew took over. First time he's really done that all year for the Indianapolis Colts, really utilizing the deep ball. And I think we might see both the Texans and the Colts make a run, and you fight for the division week 18 in Indy.
Great matchup.
Both teams might already be in the playoffs, but it's who gets to play a home game next week.
Right. And it may be, and what's crazy, it may be you playing the other person
against each other
the next week.
Yeah.
So that'll be crazy.
I always
too.
hate that.
Yeah. That when you play a team 3 times, it's hard. It's hard to play that third game, man. Either way.
The last time what happened, they got us. The Colts got us.
Hey, after what we saw on Thursday night, you think Jake Browning is going to get any MVP votes?
We might see him in the playoffs.
Hey, you never know.
He was cooking.
Showed out, man. He showed out.
Why I called the Jags frauds, because their win against us, like Harley said, everything went wrong. Then you allow a backup quarterback to complete 87% of his passes. Quite honestly, Jackson should have never been in that situation. I called it a blowout, when I was doing the AFC South roundtable. I was like, no, it's a blow. Everyone agreed. And I mean, right now there's no confidence in Jacksonville. I do think they're frauds, and I think it might come down to the very end, guys. And that's what's crazy is the playoffs are fucking right now, dude. Like, you cannot afford to lose a game.
They got a tough little stretch right here these next 2 or 3. So
I think Texas Underground said it. I think the Jags lose these next 2 games. I mean, I think, and what's crazy, I thought they were losing the game before the Trevor Lawrence injury.
No, exactly, 100%.
And not only is Trevor Lawrence iffy on coming back, Christian Kirk is out for 4 games.
Cam Robinson.
Yeah, that one hurt me though, AD.
I ain't mad because I ain't got to play.
Yeah.
But that goes to show you anything goes in NFL scheduling. I mean, people talking about, Texas can't be excited to think we could go to the Super Bowl. But who's to say? I mean, you get down there, you get ready to play Indy at week 18, and you beat Indy, and some of the teams that are in front of you have injuries to their quarterbacks or injuries to some of their major players. And now you're facing teams that are limping into the playoffs. Anything can go, man. Anything can go.
Yeah. Can you imagine, can y'all freaking imagine we make a deep playoff run and we just, and we're talking about, is this team in year 1 going to make the Super Bowl? What was crazy was we bring up that podcast with Rami, and he said, the year before you're supposed to be good is the funnest, because there's no expectations this year. You're just enjoying the ride. Next year, I mean, we're going to be expecting a 10+ win, Houston Texans football team. So enjoy the ride, man. Let's see what we could do.
That's right.
Hey, so we've been doing all this positive talk. We've been pom-pomming. Hey, let's pom-pom on this game. Let's get the keys to the game. Let's talk about what we need to do to absolutely dominate the Jets. Make a scene. They didn't want to put us on prime time. This was the perfect game. You had your opportunity, put us on prime time. Hey, I guarantee the week 18 game is gonna be on prime time. But hey, let's shit on the Jets, man. It's gonna be raining, cold, nasty. Crazy thing is, our quarterback played in Columbus, Ohio, where it rains, it's cold, it's nasty, it's snowing all the time. He played in the Big Ten. That's not gonna faze him. This weather's not gonna face him at all. So, let's go out there and let's dominate. I don't know if Breece Hall is gonna play or not. They said he's questionable. He halfway practiced this week. If you don't have Breece Hall, I think one of the Franklin Myers is hurt as well. So I mean, they putting out fucking Zach Wilson at quarterback, man. and reports came out that he didn't even want to start. He didn't want to play the game. So, let's be real, man. We're talking about a dumpster fire of a team right now. Even though they got a damn good defense, they're literally a dumpster fire. They're going to fire a damn good coach because of roster building and the GM who couldn't draft a quarterback.
You think they're gonna fire him?
It's if they don't win, but maybe one more game.
Yeah, I think we're the straw that breaks the camel's back. I really do. I told this to Harley. They're on a 5-game losing streak, and Robert Saleh right now is getting so much criticism of how he's handled the Zach Wilson situation, saying he has all the confidence in him, and then him saying on a radio show that his confidence is, I plead the fifth. Dude, there was a reason why he was benched. The Jets played 2 quarterbacks last week. None of them were good. One of my keys to the game is just go at them. Go at them. Will Anderson Jr., Jonathan Grenard, disrupt their day. And let's end this game by the 3rd quarter, man. I think it's going to be a dominant win by the Houston Texans. And this defense, like we all think it's finally clicked. We're finally 95% healthy. And DeMeco, I feel like he's gotten his thing going, and it's time to just beat the teams you're supposed to beat.
Yeah, I mean, we referencing Rami a lot, but to answer your question, Michael, about whether or not Robert Saleh is going to get fired, he mentioned that Robert Saleh is kind of tone deaf in a way, just because of last year with the whole locker room was wearing Mike effing White shirts, and he still has Zach Wilson playing quarterback, and he said that, being in New York, he says it's unfair. Yes, because he's never had a quarterback. You thought you had a quarterback. You thought you got rid of the Zach Wilson stuff, and he didn't have to deal with him. He didn't have to deal with any of the dialogue and the conversations around Zach Wilson because he had Aaron Rodgers. And then what is the most scariest thing that I am worried about in this game? The 12th man on the field for the New York Jets is MetLife Stadium. The Jets don't scare me. MetLife Stadium scares me. And then it's like the weather, just because the weather. Mm-hmm. And then third would be the Houston Texans playing down to their competition. It's not the Jets that scare me. Those are the 3 things that scare me. Not the Jets. The Jets do not scare me. Zach Wilson can't move the ball down the field. Garrett Wilson's been open plentiful of times during this season. He just can't get the ball to him. And it doesn't. Tim Boyle, Zach Wilson.
Ugly last name. What a horrible last name. Boyle. Get the fuck out of here.
Boyle.
Say my name, man. Boyle, get the fuck out of here.
I see a name like Boyle. I'm like, man. He
don't play ball, bro. You know he's not good if your last name is Boyle.
He's selling insurance next year. Come on, man.
He's selling insurance this weekend.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Next year is next week.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Harley, man. The stadium is horrible. The turf is horrific. The weather, the swirling winds are going to be tremendous to play against. Good thing is we got a defense too. So we're not just going in there, not unable to stop them or anything like that. We've got a defense too. Like you say, I'm worried. I would tell you this: what I am worried about, and it's just cause of concern. We don't need not a trap game because we're not looking at Tennessee to want to play them guys. Or there's no worries either, but sort of a trap game in the sense that we think we're supposed to beat this team, and this year that was the only thing we really haven't accomplished was beating teams that we were supposed to beat. I know we did a few of them, but you got teams like the Falcons and teams like the Panthers. We were supposed to beat those teams.
Facts.
And we just didn't do it. And so you stress over it and you worry about it. And going into this game, the only thing that feels like it hurt us is Breece Hall. The only thing that feels like
I wonder why you would say that, Chris.
Well, no, it's just the fact that you have to stop the run game because you're going to give him the ball. They're not going to let Zach Wilson stand out there on his own. They're going to try to feed the run game big time. And if it's wet out there and we're not doing things we need to do, the run game could be pretty good for them. Then the other thing that trips me out is we always seem to allow the opponent's quarterback to catch some type of rhythm. Riddick did,
but this is Zach Wilson, man. If Zach Wilson throws for 3 something, I don't know what I'll do in the rain. Oh my God,
it'll be horrible. We said the same thing with Riddick for the Falcons.
Ritter.
Yeah, Ritter. He hasn't done anything.
Whatever his name is.
And
it doesn't matter. He's not starting for him anyway. He's on the bench.
They think they were Bryce. They let Bryce.
So I just hope that he doesn't come out and he's been sitting up studying film for weeks, taking time off, and they had to knock on his door. Hey man, you still want to play? No, fuck yeah, I don't want to play. Fuck that shit. Bitch, you under contract. You need to come play. All right, man. Hey mom, I'm gone. I'll be at the gym. I'll be at the stadium.
Wilson still live with his mama, man.
Yeah, he's still his mama and her friend. Remember?
Right.
Yeah. Milk Hunter 69, man.
That's right. That's right. Him and his dad's friend, the pillow guy, huh? But yeah, I just don't want to sleep on them. I want us to go in there. Let's take care of our business. The quickest way to get to the playoffs is to win the game that you got to play today.
72% chance you make the playoffs if you win on Sunday.
It was that the finish?
Yeah, I think it was on 72%.
Yeah, 40% with a loss.
Well, beginning of the year, I told everybody 60% of the time I'm right 100%.
There you go.
I told everybody 11 wins. We're gonna do 11 wins this year.
Did you really,
Chris? Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I remember.
He did.
They said, Chris, man, I hope you're not doing a podcast because that was the stupidest thing I've ever heard you say. I said, yeah, we're gonna do a podcast, and we're gonna win 11 games, bro. I'm telling you. And sure enough, that's what we're gonna do. I told them the playoffs. I told them all that stuff, and you can just see it, man. Once I seen CJ play ball. And then once I heard him speak, I knew that he was a leader. And he's the leader that we've been looking for. He's the leader that we've needed. And not only that, DeMeco Ryans, his leadership skills, they have bought in. He is on fire. He is a man of men. He is the guy we've been looking for. And our future is bright. And when people say you can't go to no Super Bowl this year, tell them to kiss your Houston Texans ass. Because guess what? We have every opportunity and every right to sneak into the playoffs, to sneak into the Super Bowl. And we got that choice, man. If we just play the things the right way, the football bounces our way, there's crazy things that can happen. Y'all remember them Jags went in there with Bortles? Took Bortles to the
Bortles.
That's foil.
Yeah, I remember. How the hell did they
what were the quarterbacks that year? It was Keenum, Bortles, Brady, and
Nick Foles.
Oh my God!
Some people said they got that fumble and he was up. It should have been game over.
Should have been actually
against New England. So we're in a good situation, man. I enjoy hearing good vibes from you guys, man. I thank you guys for joining us. Of course, I was later than the DoorDash. Later than DoorDash. Could you please leave your light on, man? But thank you guys, man. I enjoy this, man. I enjoy hearing what y'all saying.
Thanks for to be on.
Yes, sir.
I think you gave your keys earlier. Do you have anything else you want to add to the game before we go into these predictions?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jules, no, we got Jules.
Jules still here, Jules.
Jules been quiet.
I mean, you know, I don't want to rain on y'all parade, so I've been nuts mouth for the past couple of days. I say something, y'all be pissed off, so I'm gonna be quiet. Let the good times roll.
About humbug.
Stay over there, dog.
How many?
Stay over there,
You
bro.
let the Grinch in there, man.
On a
We don't wanna hear
Friday
that shit.
night, there's no good vibes, St. John, dude.
Yeah,
I'm even killed. If they lose, they lose. I say, hey man, it's a learning process. They gotta learn how to play the game. When they win, they gotta learn how to play. I'm even killed. This whole season, my goal for the season is progression.
He said, "What are the keys,
thought it
man?"
was
He-
seven
Hey,
wins.
yeah, are we gonna win this game? That's the first thing. And
Yeah.
what do we got to do to win the game?
Well, how many yards for Singletary, Jules?
At this point, I don't know because OC can't figure out who he wants to run the ball.
That is
It's
true.
true.
That
It
is
is
true.
true.
That
I'll
is
give him that now. I'll give him
Yeah,
that.
that is true.
Damn.
Your offense. Your balanced offense you want to run is because you're still being loyal to DP. And I understand he's a great guy. He's a dog. He swarms on offense. As y'all said earlier, he's a dog. But the offense moves better when you have your back that's getting 15, 20 carries. So he learns how to run the lanes through the whole game. You taking him out, and if you take out the 20 yards that DP ran last week, he runs for his yards per average is 2. That's horrible. But my key is just establish your run game the way the offense meant to be. You do that, you control the game.
I think it was said earlier by Larry Payton. Get out early, man. Put points on the board early. You know, you get a lead, the Jets ain't coming back. They're not coming back.
Right.
You put 14 points up, you might as well say it's over. They not,
I'm just scared of that fucking stadium, man. Just like Harley said, dude.
Hey,
don't you say
all
what
I
you
know
said on our podcast.
Dude, I will burn down the stadium.
Don't you say what you said on our fucking podcast. I would, boy. Don't you say it.
Dude, I'll tell you what. If you got a 14-point lead going into the fourth quarter, bring in Davis Mills. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not risking CJ Stroud's health, bro. And it's crazy that you have to have those concerns.
That's
you
true.
saw the Jet lose their season 10 minutes into game 1.
4 plays.
Jalen Phillips, a couple of games ago for the Miami Dolphins, popped Achilles. And Hardy brought up this stat that put the fear of God in me that over the last 2 years, the most linemen hurt, it happens at MetLife Stadium. And
they got 2 teams playing there, though. So
can we play this game on?
It was towards the Jets players.
Yeah, towards the Jets.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Can I Eddie? Let me say something to Blue Boy Shine. Yes, I understand DP was the only thing you had on last year's roster. Just because he was a good player on a bad team don't mean shit going forward.
Hey, just because you had a $5 hole that gave you some pussy a year ago don't mean you're supposed to keep her around.
Someone said Mills should start. That's crazy.
Right.
I will say a key here, obviously, it's going to be kind of nasty weather, nasty stadium. Obviously take care of the football, but obviously you're going to have some Jets players who don't have a whole lot going for them, but also that Panthers game, it kind of scarred me a little bit with those invincible trampolines that they were jumping up and batting those passes down. So make sure those trampolines do not come into MetLife Stadium.
Man,
my second key is containing that pass rush. It's pretty good.
It is.
Pretty good. I mean, if Tunsil has a bad week like he did 2 weeks ago, CJ's in hell of a time.
We're gonna see. Any final thoughts before we get into it? Let's go. If not, let's get right into the score predictions. Let's start with you, Harley.
I got 24.
Start with Jules first, man. Get Jules out the way. Jules, go ahead, big bro.
I'm got the way. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when I make predictions about they losing, So I'm gonna go with the train. I'm gonna let everybody have a good Friday, happy holidays. I'm gonna pick the Texans to win 23-20.
Oh, you got the Texans win.
You got them scoring 20 points.
20 points?
Damn.
Hey, I mean, look at the last 9 games. It's been down to 3 points, 7 points, 4 points. This team doesn't know how to put teams away, and that's my biggest fear of this team. We haven't learned how to put teams away, so they always keep coming around. All that they start slow, and they got to come back all of a sudden in the second quarter or the third quarter and really finally get it. So this team is still learning how to win and how to control a game. So that's what I'm saying 23-3.
So was it a kick
23,
return and a punt return?
I mean 23-20. Texas win 20-20.
Frank Ross gets fired.
No, better not. Okay. I had so I'll just continue with the same one I've had. I'll go 24-12. I don't see the Jets scoring a touchdown. Go get Greg Zuerlein if anybody wants to look at parlays. Maybe he has a good little 4 field goal game for them. Why not? I do think the Texans, hey, you got to start early. I will say Jules has a point with finishing teams. This team has not been able to finish teams off. And so I just don't think the Jets have a good enough offense. I just don't think I mean, we've seen Zach Wilson. He just doesn't look good. We got, Jets fans in the podcast, and they're like, I'm not even looking forward to the game. Like Rami has 2 tickets to the game. He's trying to sell it, and nobody wants to buy it. And he's like, maybe I'll just keep it so I could watch CJ Stroud. And that's how down bad Jets fans are right now. But 24-12, Texans, they get the victory, move on to 8-5.
And what you got, Mike G?
Yeah, I'm pretty close. I've got 20-10 Texans. And if you were mentioning parlays, got a couple for you. Texans defensive touchdown. Derek Stingley gets a pick 6.
Oh,
and the Jets get a special teams touchdown. That's how they did it.
I ain't never scared, bro. T real 173. I ain't never scared.
Hey, he said you need to go to church.
Well, he need to come back to reality. We ain't never scared over here, boy.
Hey, but let's go in the chat, man, for just a few seconds because they've been giving their predictions. Rick, he got the Texans winning 23-10. T Real got the Texans winning 38-10. I'm surprised that 10 is popping up a lot. Larry Payton got the Texans winning 23-9. Jeffrey Smith got the Texans winning 21-13. I'm sorry. And then Venom 10 got the Texans winning 39-9. I mean, hey, 213 got the Texans winning 21-10. That 10 is special to y'all for some reason. Jesus.
Let me say one thing. Let me say one thing. Michael, if Derek Stingley gets a pick 6, I'm gonna be cooking on Twitter. I'm gonna be talking some shit. I'm gonna be talking some shit on Twitter. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, go ahead and save those drafts because it's happening.
Well, think about it, the Texan defense give up one big touchdown almost every game. So one big receiver every game. It's just a relaxed defense or a blink of players not in the right sim, or it's just a scheme beater. They always seem to get one big touchdown on this defense. That's what it is. That's what it's from.
Hey, we gonna see. Hey, Blue Boy got the Texans 119-13.
119-13. I can't. I'm done. I just see.
Bring in the Madden score.
Oh my goodness.
Texas Underground got the Texans winning 27-9. He said the Texans scored 21 in the first half. Hey, I'm all for it. Chris, what do you have?
I'm gonna give y'all something to think about.
Oh Lord.
3-0.
I think our boy Will Anderson gets a strip sack, and somebody on the defense picks it up and runs it in. That person, I don't know who it is. But I think that happens. I think it actually happens twice in this game.
Oh, Toto.
Damn.
No Toto. I can see that happening twice in this game, just because Zach is going to try to hold on to that ball and make a play when he should get rid of the ball. I can also see Breece Hall catching a screen pass and taking it to the house, unfortunately.
That's number 2. Breece Hall, number 2. Reference number 2.
Yeah, I just think he's got the electricity to do that. Although I heard he's not. I don't even know if he's questionable. I think he was questionable.
He's questionable.
Playing. So I would say with a grand total of Texans 27, the Jets 26.
Bro, you put up
What?
27 on this defense.
No, I'm just joking. I think the Texans will score 27 points. I think the Jets will do.
You said it. This was you said.
Screenshot it.
The Jets will score. Let's go 12 points.
You got
it's gonna be wet out there.
Going with the Harley special 4 field goals. All right.
Yeah, man. Go get them a touchdown, mixed extra point, couple field goals.
To Chris's credit, we didn't even highlight the Jets' right tackle situation.
Correct.
They got a rookie right tackle that has a new injury, is now questionable for the Jets. So, I mean, Will Anderson could feast against the Jets in an ugly weather game. I could definitely see a strip sack from Will Anderson in this game. It's a good point.
Bet they wish they had George Fant now.
Thank you for that, Hart.
Yeah.
I think a couple of them could come. It's going to be a fun game for that defense. Hopefully he gets his stats up. 3 sacks.
Hey, Texas Underground got a ball, but then he say Jalen gets an interception and a forced fumble. Jalen Petrie.
I wish.
I just want to cover the goddamn ball. I don't give a damn about interception shit. Do your goddamn assignment.
No,
I think Jalen gets a tipped pass from Stingley. I think Stingley gonna be sticking close to what is his name?
Garrett Wilson.
And he's gonna tip a pass and Petrie gonna pick it off.
And Ruben, you up next, brother.
I'm going to go 21-9 Houston Texans victory. I think the D-line is going to feast. I don't think they allow a touchdown. Last week, Jets quarterbacks were sacked 4 times. The week before that, 7. You just brought up the right tackle situation. You know, I think Will Anderson is going to feast. And, 4 sacks in the last 5 games. He's about to turn it up. I think Houston Texans win 21-9. Do not allow a touchdown.
You know what? We on the same wavelength, but I say fuck it. We gonna score more than 21 points. We putting a 30 ball up there. Man.
Oh, dude,
Texans winning 31-6.
It's a stinker.
Hey,
yeah, the Texans must shit on them, man.
That defense must just give up.
They must not gonna be in the red zone. You know, we're not good in the red zone.
We gonna have a whole bunch. I think. Look,
it's all Will Anderson strip sacks.
Hey,
no. I think it's like Ruben said earlier. This the game that they fire all their coaches. This the game all the players quit and give up on the season.
Yeah,
it'll be a tragedy if they fire Solomon.
Hey, it's gonna be wet and rainy out there too. Yeah, this is the perfect day for that stuff.
Hey, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, we got a Sheldon Rankins revenge game too.
Hey,
he's questionable though, ain't he?
Yeah, but he gonna play. He been questionable the last 3 weeks.
Hey, Blake Cashman too.
Hey,
George Fant too. John Amos, why not?
John Mitchell with a 5 touchdown game.
I need the crane.
This is not Roll Tide, okay? This is not gonna be Roll Texans, okay? Mike,
D'Amico and his former boss. Head to head.
Hey, the reason why I say we get 31, I think we're gonna turn them over at least 4 times. We're gonna have a lot of short fields, so that's why I got the 31 up there, the 30 burger. We ain't scored 30 points in a minute. Since the Bucks game. There's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
So,
a question is Zach Wilson, especially Zach Wilson, who doesn't even want to play, is he an upgrade over Tim Boyle?
No, what's his name? Ripon, the one they signed.
Yeah, Brett Ripon.
He
Yeah,
came from the practice squad with the Rams.
It's been 4 games since Cincinnati scored 30 points.
No, we scored against the Bucks. No, the Bucks. The Cincinnati was.
The Bucks were before the Bengals.
Oh yeah.
How do y'all think that he told the coaches he didn't want to play?
So Rami thinks that
so
that it was like in a quarterback room or something like that, and Zach Wilson explained that just to them in the room that he was reluctant on playing. Tim Boyle tells someone, the story gets out. That's why Tim Boyle was released. And so a lot of drama going on in New York. I was surprised to hear that. And then he said you hear, Aaron Rodgers saying, we have to keep things in-house. So maybe Tim Boyle put that out there.
You got 5
of all people.
This dude don't want to play.
Damn.
Who the hell is Tim Boyle to leak shit?
These are the days of our lives.
I just hope the team doesn't rally behind this and try to be one team.
No. They have never rallied around that boy.
Golly.
I was waiting on this one of these comments. Is Davis?
Give me a third. You can have them. Go ahead.
They both trash. They both trash.
Yeah, damn.
I was kid in kindergarten, but yeah.
One was overhyped for being BYU or wherever he came from because he looked like Pat Mahomes. The other one was a 5-star.
Mormon Mahomes.
Mormon Mahomes.
25 years ago.
Mormon Mahomes. God.
Well, hey Zach, we're gonna need you to start this week. Bullshit. I'm not getting out there, coach.
Jules, is that you on your burner?
That is not me. I'm shaky with Bobby right now. Me and Bobby ain't on the same page right now.
Oh shit!
He's a rookie, man.
I know.
I like how Davis Mills.
That's why I said Super Bowl is not. But
Hey.
I like how Davis Mills had one play. He decided to troll everyone and have an out pass to Nico Collins and have a beautiful out pass completion, accurate to the outs. I mean, he's been so inaccurate towards the sidelines all of last year, and he decided to troll everyone and have a beautiful little.
But you know why, right? When the game's not in
right.
line and he don't have nothing to play for, he can just go out there and fling it.
It's true.
He's great. Mills is great when the game is out of control or it doesn't even matter anymore. He's great.
Put him in the third quarter when we're up by 24.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, sling it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Jazz, this is your quarterback next year. Go.
There he is.
Hey man, I just want to shout out everybody in the chat from both podcasts, man. I appreciate y'all, man. This shit has been funny as hell for me. Watching y'all coming up and down, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I want to say a special thanks to Ruben and Harley for joining the show, man. It's been awesome having y'all on. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to 713 Houston Sports Health. Everybody in Houston already going around, like I told Ruben pre-show. Hell, they've been on media tour this week. Shit, they've been on everybody's podcast. They've been everywhere. You see Ruben on Bleacher Report on Sundays. Harley and seven in the lead, man, and 713 Houston Sports and Believe in Texans podcast. Appreciate y'all, man, for showing love and showing support to the H-Town Rundown and coming out and supporting us and being on the show. I want to shout out my co-host Mike G, Jules, Debbie Downer, Jules, St. John.
It's fine, fellas. It's fine. It's cool.
And Mr.
I'm
60% of the time. I'm 100% of the time right.
Next time
y'all use that in an argument. That's good.
Next time, I want y'all to start the show on time, okay?
Hey, but man, this has been another episode of the H-Town Rundown. But please like, share, and subscribe. Before we sign off, please like, share, and subscribe. don't forget, man, we're giving away 2 free tickets to the Cleveland Browns game. Free 99. Free 99. All you got to do is subscribe, hit the notification bell, and pay attention and watch the podcast. We're gonna give out instructions, and all you got to do is support, comment, like, share, and win you some free tickets, man. So, hey, anyways, man, this has been another episode. This is your boy AD.
Harley Rubin.
And we'll sign it.
Appreciate it.
Signing off, and we'll see y'all on the next episode, man. Peace.
Yes, sir.
No problem.